Have you ever felt like your hard-earned money is being drained by the government, leaving you with a sense of frustration and powerlessness? You're not alone. Millions of people around the world struggle to make sense of personal taxes and how they affect their finances. But what if I told you that with a few simple steps, you can take control of your taxes and start saving some serious cash? The truth is, personal taxes are a necessary evil in most countries. Governments use tax revenue to fund public goods and services like education, healthcare, and infrastructure. However, it's not just about throwing money at the government without getting anything back in return. By understanding how personal taxes work, you can actually reduce your tax burden and increase your savings. Let's take a closer look at what personal taxes are all about. When you earn income from a job or business, a portion of that money goes to the government as taxes. This is known as withholding, where your employer deducts a percentage of your salary or self-employment earnings and sends it straight to the tax authorities. But did you know that you can also make extra payments throughout the year, rather than just waiting for the annual tax return? This is called making voluntary contributions, and it's a simple way to reduce your tax liability at the end of the year. Think about it like this: if you know you'll owe taxes when you file your return, why not pay them ahead of time? You'll avoid paying interest on that amount come tax season, and you'll even get some extra cash back in your pocket. Let's consider a real-life example to illustrate this point. Imagine Sarah, a freelance writer earning $50,000 per year. If she's in a 25% tax bracket, the government takes around $12,500 of her earnings in taxes. However, if Sarah makes voluntary contributions throughout the year by adjusting her withholdings or making extra payments, she could reduce that amount to just $10,000. That's an additional $2,500 saved. And remember, this is on top of any deductions or credits she might be eligible for. For instance, as a homeowner with a mortgage payment and some kids in school, Sarah could qualify for tax breaks like mortgage interest deduction, property taxes, and education expenses. In this scenario, her total tax savings would add up to around $5,000. That's a significant amount of money that could go straight into her savings or investments. Now, you might be wondering, how does she do it? Well, Sarah made sure to keep track of all her income, including any side hustles or freelance work, which helped her estimate her total earnings for the year and ensure she wasn't overpaying taxes through withholding. She also took advantage of online tools offered by the government to manage her tax obligations and make voluntary contributions. These tools allowed her to adjust her withholdings and make extra payments directly from her bank account, making it easy and hassle-free. But Sarah's story isn't unique. Many people around the world are taking control of their personal taxes and saving money in the process. For instance, John, a software engineer in the United States, used tax loss harvesting to reduce his tax liability on his investments. By selling some of his losing stocks and using those losses to offset gains from other investments, John was able to minimize his capital gains tax. As a result, he saved around $2,000 on his taxes last year alone. And it's not just individual taxpayers who are benefiting. Businesses are also taking advantage of tax-saving strategies like depreciation and amortization. For example, Emily, the owner of a small retail business in Australia, used these methods to reduce her taxable income by thousands of dollars. By understanding how personal taxes work and making informed decisions about withholding and voluntary contributions, individuals and businesses can save money on their taxes and build wealth over time. So, let's break down the steps to take control of your personal taxes. First, make sure you're keeping track of all your income, including any side hustles or freelance work. This will help you estimate your total earnings for the year and ensure you're not overpaying taxes through withholding. Next, consider making voluntary contributions throughout the year. You can do this by adjusting your withholdings or making extra payments directly to the tax authorities. Don't worry if it sounds complicated, many countries offer online tools or mobile apps to help you manage your tax obligations and make voluntary contributions. For example, in Canada, individuals can use the My Account service offered by the Canada Revenue Agency to view their tax account information, make payments, and even adjust their withholdings. Similarly, in Australia, the Australian Taxation Office offers a range of online tools and services for taxpayers to manage their taxes, including making voluntary contributions. Finally, take advantage of available deductions and credits. Depending on your situation, you might be eligible for tax breaks like mortgage interest, charitable donations, or education expenses. These can add up quickly, reducing your tax bill significantly. For instance, as a homeowner with a mortgage payment and some kids in school, Sarah could qualify for tax breaks like the mortgage interest deduction, property taxes, and education expenses. By understanding these deductions and credits, she was able to save an additional $2,000 on her taxes. As we've seen, taking control of personal taxes requires some basic knowledge and planning. But the rewards are well worth it. A few simple steps can save you thousands of dollars in taxes each year. So, don't let personal taxes overwhelm you, take the reins and start building wealth today. Let's talk about some real-world examples of individuals who have taken control of their personal taxes and saved money in the process. We mentioned Sarah, the freelance writer, earlier. But there are countless others like her who have achieved significant tax savings by understanding how to manage their withholding and making voluntary contributions. Take Rachel, a small business owner in the United Kingdom. She owns a bakery that generates around £100,000 in revenue each year. By using online tools offered by HMRC, Rachel was able to adjust her withholdings and make extra payments throughout the year, reducing her tax liability by over £5,000. And then there's Michael, a financial advisor who helps individuals and businesses manage their taxes. He advises his clients to use tax loss harvesting to minimize their capital gains tax, which can add up quickly for investors with multiple investments. By using this strategy, Michael's clients have saved thousands of dollars in taxes over the years. As we can see, taking control of personal taxes is not just about understanding the technical aspects of taxation, it's also about being proactive and making informed decisions to reduce your tax burden. With a few simple steps and some basic knowledge, you too can save money on your taxes and build wealth over time. One key takeaway from these examples is that personal taxes are not just a necessary evil, they're also an opportunity for individuals and businesses to save money and achieve financial goals. By understanding how to manage withholding and making voluntary contributions, you can reduce your tax liability and increase your savings. In addition, many governments around the world offer online tools and services to help taxpayers manage their taxes and make informed decisions about withholding and voluntary contributions. These tools can be a game changer for individuals who want to take control of their personal taxes and save money in the process. For instance, the United States has the IRS online account, which allows taxpayers to view their tax account information, make payments, and even adjust their withholdings online. Similarly, Australia's ATO offers a range of online tools and services for taxpayers to manage their taxes, including making voluntary contributions. By leveraging these resources and taking control of your personal taxes, you can save money on your taxes and achieve financial goals like retirement savings or paying off debt. So don't wait any longer, take the first step today and start building wealth over time. In conclusion, understanding personal taxes is not just about fulfilling your tax obligations, it's also an opportunity to reduce your tax burden and increase your savings. By making informed decisions about withholding and voluntary contributions, individuals and businesses can save money on their taxes and build wealth over time. As we've seen through the examples of Sarah, John, Emily, Rachel, and Michael, taking control of personal taxes requires some basic knowledge and planning. But the rewards are well worth it. A few simple steps can save you thousands of dollars in taxes each year. So don't let personal taxes overwhelm you, take the reins and start building wealth today.